Two guys walked on the end of a broken bridge. They were determined to reach the cliff on the other side. As they watched birds soar effortlessly overhead, the man turned to his companion and smiled. They already had a plan. Shortly after, they began collecting wooden planks and chopping trees. Their strange behavior immediately drew the villagers' attention. To the villagers, crossing that huge gorge was completely impossible, but the two believed they could do it. They started working hard with the wooden planks, connecting them piece by piece, tirelessly trying to build the bridge. They used a log on the ground as an anchor and tied one end of the rope to it. The other end was tied tightly to a huge boulder. When the boulder rolled away, it pulled the bridge tight and straight. Now, the first part of the bridge was finished, but this was only the beginning. However, the man still pulled out a flare gun and fired it into the sky, symbolizing their first small victory. When the villagers saw the flare, their doubt turned into admiration, and they cheered for the two men's courage. For the next step, they built a bridge using canvas that could be lifted by the wind. Progress was steady and smooth. However, the sky was getting dark and a storm was coming. The fragile canvas bridge couldn't withstand the disaster. At the last moment, they decided to risk everything and swung the axe hard. The wind caught the canvas and lifted the whole bridge high toward the other side of the cliff. They grabbed their packs and rushed across. When heavy rain fell, the villagers all ran for shelter, except for one little girl who stayed behind, watching anxiously. Suddenly, lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire. The bridge shook violently, and planks kept falling. The storm was too strong, causing the log anchoring the bridge to start shifting. Without hesitation, the little girl ran forward trying to hold it down, but she was too weak and small to fight against the bridge in the storm. At that moment, the log suddenly stabilized. It turned out all the villagers had come back to help. The bridge was stabilized and lifted back up to the cliff again. The man sprinted and jumped, successfully reaching the other side. His companion followed right after, but slipped at the last second, almost falling into the abyss. He struggled, climbed back onto the bridge, and grabbed a rope, trying to reach his friend. However, just as they were about to succeed, the bridge sagged again, completely pulling them apart. At that moment, the man knew he wouldn't make it anymore. He looked back at the bridge they had built, accepting reality. Then he quietly let go of the rope. He took out the flare gun and fired it into the sky again, declaring another victory. In the final moment of his life, he chose to craft a beautiful lie, leaving hope for those who wanted to chase their dreams.